Hey everybody, my name is Braden. In this video, we're going to go over how to convert string objects to DateTime objects. First, we'll start off by importing pandas as PD, and then we'll create a data frame PD read CSV, and we'll use this link here, which is in the description below. This gives us some made-up data. It has a date column, product 1 sales, and product 2 sales for that day. If we look at the data types for this data frame, we can see that the date was read in as an object, so it's being interpreted as a string. Same with product 1 sales. If you're curious how to convert this to integers, I have a video that I will link in the description below that you can check out. Otherwise, to convert this date column into actual DateTime objects, we can do so. We'll say df date is equal to pd.to_DateTime, and then we pass in the column or series that we want to convert. In this case, we're going to pass in the date column. We'll run that, and now if we look at our D types, we'll see that the date column has been converted to a DateTime object. We can also see that it looks a little bit differently now. The dates are now formatted so that it goes year, month, and then the day. Pandas is actually really good at figuring out how the date is formatted. Sometimes it can be thrown off. For example, I created this little data frame here where we can see that the date column isn't very clear whether or not it starts with the month first or the day of the year first. If we try to convert this date column to a DateTime object, we'll see that it converts the dates, but it assumes that the first value here is the month and not the day. This may be what you're going for. However, we should be aware of the defaults in pandas. So in some countries, they list the day, then the month, then the year, rather than the month, day, year. We can also look at the month name of this column. Here we see that it's assuming that the first one is January, February, March, and April. What we can do is specify the format. So here, where we are converting to DateTime, we can specify the format is equal to, this is going to be a string. We're going to put this in quotation marks and then say %D \, this is the separator. So here, each of these dates are separated by a \. If it was separated by a dash, we'd put a dash. If it was separated by a period, we'd put a period. %M, so D stands for day, M stands for month, and it's separated by a \, so we'll put another %, and then a capital Y. So we put a capital Y because it's the 4-number year, 2020. If it was just 20, the 2-digit year, then we would put a lowercase y. Now we're telling pandas that our date is formatted so that the day comes first, and then the month, and then the year. So we'll see that these dates, the month and the day, will switch spots. So now it's July, September, November, and January. This works well if we don't have any times associated with our dates. However, once we have times associated with our dates, then we'll have to specify in our format the time format as well. So I created another little data frame here with our dates and also times associated with it, so hours, minutes, and seconds. To convert this, what we do is PD to DateTime, specify our data frame and the column that we want to change. And then for our format, we'll say we want day, month, year, and then we're going to say capital H for hour, capital M for minute, and capital S for seconds. If you have a data set that you know has a date column, you can specify that right when you're reading in your data. So you can specify your new data frame is equal to PD read CSV, and I'm going to use that same data as above. And then we'll let pandas know the format that our dates are in. So we'll say date parser is equal to, and specify the format that our date is in. So in this case, we'll say month, day, year. Now, if we look at the data types, we'll see that it automatically imported our date column as DateTime. If you have any other questions, please leave those in the description below. If you enjoyed this, please consider giving the video a like and subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out. Otherwise, thanks for watching.